Oy vey, here we go again. Iran, Israel. Two names that can make a news anchor sweat through their makeup. They've been at odds longer than your Aunt Mildred's fruitcake has been in the back of the fridge. One wrong move, one misplaced word, and boom, it's hummus versus falafel, folks. And trust me, nobody wants to see that food fight. The tension is thicker than a bowl of Persian pheasantjan stew. It's enough to make you want to grab a bagel, find a nice quiet corner, and just kvetch. Persia versus the startup nation, a comedy of errors. Let's face it, Iran and Israel are like that bickering old couple everyone knows. They snipe, they snark, they threaten to unplug each other's hearing aids.
We will wipe Israel off the map.
Hold my beer and watch this drone strike.
It's a diplomatic dance as graceful as a camel in a china shop. And the thing is, they're both convinced they're the victim, the misunderstood hero in this geopolitical tragicomedy. It's enough to make you wonder if someone slipped something into the Dead Sea salt. Beaker diplomacy, it's not just for kids anymore. Now here's where things get really interesting, folks. You might think diplomacy is all about high-level meetings and formal negotiations. But think again, remember those colorful beakers from chemistry class? Turns out they're not just for mixing volatile chemicals anymore. They've found a new role in international relations. In a bizarre turn of events, both countries have turned to beaker diplomacy. Yes, you heard that right. Diplomats and scientists are now using beakers to bridge gaps. No, seriously. Apparently, some brilliant, or maybe just bored minds, figured out that the best way to understand your enemy is to, well, analyze their output. It's a whole new level of intelligence gathering. Suddenly, sewage treatment plants are the new battleground, and poop is the weapon of choice. It's not just about what goes in, but what comes out that matters now. Who needs nukes when you have... Well, you get the picture. It's a strange new world where beakers and sewage are at the forefront of diplomacy. Who knew science class would be so relevant? Section 4, Global Implications, Pass the Popcorn and Sanctions. Of course, this little feud isn't just a local affair. It's like a reality TV show that the whole world can't seem to tear their eyes away from. Global powers are watching, nervously clutching their briefcases full of sanctions and stern-looking speeches.
Will the US jump in with their superhero complex?
Will Russia try to play peacemaker? Don't laugh, it could happen. Stay tuned, folks, because this season of As the Middle East Turns is just getting started.
Section 5, The Art of the Schmooze, Geopolitics Gone Wild. In the intricate world of international relations, diplomacy is an art form, a delicate ballet of words and gestures. In this corner we have Iran, a nation with a rich history and a complex political landscape, masters of the double talk and the veiled threat, always keeping their adversaries guessing. In the other corner, Israel, a country known for its resilience and strategic acumen, wielding chutzpah and military might like nobody's business, always ready to defend its interests. It's a delicate dance of brinkmanship and bravado where every move is calculated and every word is measured. A high-stakes game of poker where the chips are actual human lives and the stakes couldn't be higher.
Alliances are forged and broken faster than you can say nuclear deal, with treaties signed one day and torn up the next.
Diplomats are working overtime, burning the midnight oil, chugging coffee, and trying to decipher cryptic statements that would make Nostradamus scratch his head, all in an effort to maintain some semblance of peace.
It's enough to make you long for the good old days of the Cold War, when the lines were clearly drawn, when at least things were a little more predictable, and the world seemed a bit more stable, even if it was under the shadow of mutual assured destruction. Section 6, can't we all just get along, or at least stop throwing rocks? Look, I'm no diplomat, though I do look fabulous in a suit, but it seems to me that maybe, just maybe, there's another way. Call me an optimist, call me naive, but I have this crazy idea that peace doesn't have to be a pipe dream.
Maybe it starts with a conversation, a real conversation, not just shouting matches through news cameras. Maybe it starts with a little understanding, a little empathy. Or maybe, just maybe, it starts with a shared love of good falafel.
Section 7, in the end, laughter and hopefully not missiles will prevail. So there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the complexities and contradictions of a region that has seen more than its fair share of turmoil, the Middle East. where ancient grudges meet modern weaponry and where history and the present collide in often tragic ways. It's a place where even the sewage treatment plants are caught in the crossfire, a stark reminder of the everyday struggles people face. It's enough to make you laugh, cry, and question the very nature of humanity. Sometimes it feels like the only solution is to book a one-way ticket to a deserted island, far away from the chaos. But hey, if we can find a little humor in all this chaos, if we can laugh in the face of adversity, maybe, just maybe, there's hope for us yet. Hope that we can find common ground, hope that we can build a better future. After all, laughter is the best medicine, right? It brings us together, it heals wounds, and it reminds us of our shared humanity. Just make sure you've got a good therapist on speed dial, because navigating this geopolitical roller coaster is no easy feat. This ride is far from over, and it's bound to have its ups and downs. But with a little humor and a lot of hope, we just might make it through.